So when you search for home automation using fan dimmer on YouTube, well, almost all the results you will get will be from techiesms YouTube channel only. It's just because we tried to make the most stable hardware that is compatible with almost all the IoT platforms. Maybe it's older generation of Blink, new generation of Blink, Arduino IoT Cloud, Firebase, ESP, Alexa, and many more. And not only that, we also successfully sold more than 100 units of this project. And with this great success, we tried to make the second version of this project, which is 18% smaller than the previous version, but still able to manage all the previous features and also some new additional features in it. So now the second version of all-in-one home automation project will help you to control up to 4 AC appliances along with the speed of 1 AC fan with the help of capacitive fan dimming method, which will work with internet with the help of mobile application, Alexa, Google Voice Assistant, manual switches and manual fan regulator, and IR remote as well, along with the real-time feedback on mobile application. And it will work without internet as well with the help of manual switches, manual fan regulator, and IR remote as well. And not only that, you're also able to get the real-time temperature and humidity data of your smart home or smart office on the mobile application.
उसको सांस तो लेने देवे.
So yeah, I'll be getting all those features at a really compact size, and the good news is that we are also selling this complete project with all the components already shouldered in it along with the RainMaker firmware, so you don't need to program it as well at a really attractive price of just rupees. Well, you need to watch the complete video to know that.
गजब बेइज्जती है.
So before starting this video, if you are new to this channel, well, consider subscribing this channel as we come up with these kind of interesting, useful and easy to make IoT projects in the field of course, IoT, automation and electronics. And yeah, that being said, let's start with all-in-one home automation version 2. बहुत सही है यार. Do you know what most electronic companies have something in common? Well, it's the tool that they use for making their products, and the most commonly used tool that almost all the big electronic companies uses is the LTM PCB designer software. Using LTM, you can definitely level up your PCB designing skills and make something really professional out of it. And now, along with the integration of Octopart, searching for any electronic components globally becomes really very easy. Octopart is kind of Google for just electronic components, where you can search for any electronic parts and get that information all on one single web page. So do check out this amazing search engine made just for electronic components. I'll leave the link for this down in the description. Do check it out. So for making this project, you'll need these all components whose list and links are attached in the article, whose link you can easily find in the description of this video. Now after getting all the components, you need to connect them all according to this schematic diagram. Now to make this project more compact and handy, we designed our own custom PCB for it, and this time we designed it carefully by keeping the AC and the DC side totally apart. And after designing, we gave its order directly to JLC PCB. Now you can try ordering your own custom designed PCBs from JLC PCB by following very simple steps. You just need to upload the Gerber file of the PCB project, select the number of PCBs, and also select the color masking. Now here I selected the green color masking as it has the lowest production time. And after that, just place your order. And if you select the fastest delivery option, well, you may get the PCBs delivered at your doorstep within a week. Also, let me share you that JLC PCB started the 3D printing service on that same platform, which is really cool and very simple to order. You just need to upload the 3D print design of your project and you are done with it. You'll be getting that 3D print delivered straight at your doorstep by JLC PCB. So if you have any project that requires the 3D printing files, well, now JLC PCB has one more service to offer to you guys. So do try out that service as well. The link is down in the description of this video. Okay, so coming back to our video. So after receiving the PCBs, we one by one shouldered all the components on it, and the final project looks like this. Neat and very compact. And also, here is the previous version of all-in-one home automation just for size comparison. So it's almost 18% smaller in size, but still able to manage a lot of cool features in it, which I'll discuss just in a while. But yeah, along with the PCB, we also require a couple of more components. Let me discuss that with you. So now for the fan regulator part, we got this 4-step rotary switch and shouldered all the wires on the back. We added this shrink tubes to make that connection more sturdy and also to isolate all the connections. We did that similar steps with IR receiver and DHT11 sensor. And with the help of these connecting wires, we can insert all of them at the dedicated connectors on the PCB. And with this, we come to the end of the hardware part of the project. Now let's just jump on to the coding part. Okay, so here is the code for the all-in-one home automation version 2 using RainMaker. And here what I'll do is I'll only discuss the important functions, important steps, pin connections and the IR remote codes. Everything important stuff I'll discuss here rather than explaining each and every line of code. And for you to understand the code well, first of all, I have commented everything, so it will be easy for you to understand the functions of each and every line of code. And secondly, I'll definitely recommend you to watch out my RainMaker videos, whose link are in the I button and the description of this video. In those videos, I have explained the RainMaker commands and terminologies and everything. So it will be easier for you to understand the architecture of ESP RainMaker. So do watch that video out. And after that, if you go through this code, you will be better able to understand it. Okay. So first of all, you need to install all the libraries whose links and the version number is mentioned here. So I'm using this particular version of this particular library. So you need to install the same one. And of course, you need to have the Arduino ESP32 boards package version 2. And for that, to go to the Arduino preferences, click here and you just need to paste this line which I'll provide in that same article. Just paste that line here, click on OK again, then go to tools, into boards and then into boards manager. Here just type out ESP32 and just install this. So my version is 2.0.4, so you need to have this boards package version. And that's pretty much it about the pre-configurations. And now let's start with the code. So here I provided the provision and techiesms and techiesms 123 password, which will be used for, pairing via Bluetooth with our project. Okay. Straight after that, here are all the pin connections. So the pins which I used here are the same pins which I used in the previous version as well. But there is only one single change, which is in this version, I have added a fan switch as well, which was missing in the previous version. Okay, so this is the new one. And after that, I do have added two sensors. One is the IR sensor, that is IR receiver, and second is the DHT11 sensor, which are attached as 17 and 16 pin respectively. Okay, after that, I given the device name as light 1 to light 4, and here I have provided the IR remote codes for controlling those lights and fans using IR remote. Now if you are using any other remote, like if you're using your own TV radio remote, well, you need to change this code. And how to get those code? Well, for that I already made a simple code to read the data coming from the IR sensors. Okay, so you need to upload this code. I'll provide this code as well. And let me just turn on my smartphone's camera and let me show you which remote I'm using. So I'm using this remote that comes along with the RGB LED. Okay, if I open the serial monitor, because the code is already uploaded, I guess. Okay, let's select the right COM port, and if I open the serial monitor, so here's the serial monitor, here is the IR remote, and when you click on the button, the particular hexadecimal code of the button appears here. You need to note this data down. Similarly, you can click on the button, click other buttons and record the data as well. And after doing that, you need to paste this data inside this particular code. Okay, so that's the thing you need to do if you're using any other remote. Now what I'll do, I'll try to if possible, I'll try to collect like a couple of the remotes which I can provide along with the home automation projects, so that you don't need to change this hexadecimal code for IR remote as well. You just need to get the remote which I'm using and you're good to go. So I'll try to collect that remote, and in case I get the bulk quantity of that remote, I'll definitely try to make a combo of remote plus project and sell it to you, so you don't need to change the codes as well. So I have written the code for all the 4 relays, then I have written the code for turning on and off all the relay at once. Okay, after that, for the fan, what I did is I have recorded the button for speed up, recording the button data for speed down, and similarly for fan on and fan off. So this much data I have recorded for the IR remote. Great. After that, necessary variables, and here we have declared the switch and the fan. This is for the widgets that will be appear in the RainMaker application. Similarly, this is for the temperature and humidity sensor. Okay, after that, here I use the ACE button library for getting the real-time feedback of the manual switches and also controlling the appliances using them. So this is a very great library, a stable library for using buttons in our project. Straight after that, here we have declared a simple timer, because time to time we'll be sending the data of temperature and humidity to our RainMaker application. Okay, And after that, let's just jump on to the setup part first of all. Yeah, here is the setup part. Beginning the serial monitor, making all the pins as input output according to their application. After that, attaching the button or configuring the buttons or manual switches, you can say. Then beginning the IR receiver and the DHT11 sensor, and adding all the, configuring all the widgets for the RainMaker. Pretty common. We have set the interval for 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds we'll be getting a new data. And yeah, that was all about the RainMaker part. Setup part of the RainMaker code. And after that, inside the loop, we are checking the button status and the fan manual control. Okay, this is for the manual control, of course. And after that, here is the logic for the reset button. So of course, we have to press and hold the GPIO 0 button to make the credentials reset. So we have a RainMaker firmware built in. If you want to erase the credentials and add a new one, you have to press and hold the button for more than 10 seconds, and it will erase the credentials, and you can add the new credentials by scanning the QR code once again. Okay, and this is for checking if the Wi-Fi is connected or not. In case the Wi-Fi is connected, then and then only we'll be sending the sensors data. And if it is not connected, we won't be sending the sensor data. And we are always reading the IR remote. Okay, so that was all about how this code is working out, or rather important functions used in this code. Other than that, you need to go through the code and read out the comments to understand what all things are added in this and how all things are working here. Okay, so yeah, and in case if you're buying this complete project where you don't need to upload this code, the code will be coming pre-programmed. So yeah, that was all about the coding part. Okay, so after learning about the hardware and coding part, now we are left with the installation and configuration of this project. But before that, let me share you an amazing news, which is we are selling this complete project with all the components already shouldered on the PCB, along with the manual fan regulator, IR sensor, DHT11 sensor, and also along with ESP32, which comes pre-programmed with the ESP RainMaker code, along with which you'll also get a getting started and installation documentation, which will help you to install and configure this project. And the best part comes now. You will be getting this project at exactly the same price at which we were selling the previous version of all-in home automation project. यार एग्जैक्ट सेम प्राइस रखी है एडिशनल फीचर्स, सेंसर्स एंड मॉड्यूल्स होने के बावजूद भी। यार ले लो 2 4 6 8 ले लो, बिकॉज क्या पता है यार कब प्राइस चेंज हो जाए। यस, वी नेवर नो, द प्राइस मे चेंज इन फ्यूचर, सो इट्स बेटर यू गो गेट योर ओन होम ऑटोमेशन प्रोजेक्ट राइट नाउ। द लिंक इज डाउन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दिस वीडियो, सो गो गेट वन फॉर योरसेल्फ एंड स्टार्ट योर IoT and home automation journey with all-in-one home automation version 2. Now let us jump on to the configuration of the project. So to configure, you first need to install the ESP RainMaker application, which is available for both Android and iOS, whose link you can easily find in the description of this video. After installing, just log in with your Google account, and after that, just click on that plus icon. Here, you need to scan the QR code that comes along with the documentation. Just pair the device via Bluetooth, and after that, just provide the SID name and password of your Wi-Fi router to make this project talk to internet. And now you are good to go. Yes, that was all about the configuration. On the app, you can see all the widgets automatically appear on the screen for lights, fans, and also for the sensors. Pretty simple and straightforward, just like the commercial IoT products available in the market, isn't it? So after doing the configuration, now let's install this project in our switchboard. So first of all, you need to open the switchboard. Now here, be very careful while playing with the mains. I'll suggest you to turn off the main switch before opening the switchboard. So after opening it, you need to make the connection between our project and the appliances according to this connection diagram. Now if you fear playing with the mains or the connection seems confusing to you, well, I'll recommend you to call your electrician and just show this connection diagram to them, and they will easily able to connect all the things for you. So after doing all the connections, we closed the switchboard, turned on the main switch, and also powered on the PCB project. After that, we attached the IR sensor and DHT11 sensor near to the switchboard. Well, everything seems perfect. Now let's just test this project working live in action. So let's first test with the ESP RainMaker application. Okay, so as you can see, I'm able to control the lights via RainMaker application in real time over internet. And also, I'm able to control the speed of the fan using that slider. Perfect. And also we are able to see the real-time temperature and humidity sensors value of the room. Perfect. Now let us test with the manual switches. Amazing! We are able to control the lights and also getting the real-time feedback on the app. And not only that, we are also getting the real-time feedback of manual fan regulator. Great! Now let's test with the IR remote as well. So yeah, as you can see, I'm able to control the lights using the remote and also getting its real-time feedback on the application. And the same goes with controlling the speed of the fan as well. Well, this feature is really good. Now let us turn off the router and test it in without internet mode. Great. So even without internet, we are able to control all the appliances using the manual switches and IR remote pretty smoothly without any delay. And as soon as we turn on the router, the project will automatically get connected to the internet, and now we can again control all the things via mobile application. So it is working perfectly fine with all the options that comes along with the project. But still we are remaining with one thing, which is the integration of Alexa and Google Voice Assistant. Yes, we can control using that as well. Let me show you how to do that. So now let me show you how to integrate Alexa Voice Assistant with this project. And for that, just open up the ESP RainMaker application, go into the settings icon and here click on voice services. Click on Amazon Alexa and here click on link with Amazon Alexa. After that, just click on the allow button. Now here it will ask you to log in with your Amazon account on which the Alexa is configured. In my case, I'm already logged in, so it didn't ask me for that. It directly asked me to allow this RainMaker or not. I'll click on the allow button. Now here you need to log in with your Google account using which you are logged into your ESP RainMaker application. So I'll click on continue with Google and we'll add the same ID which I used to log in with ESP RainMaker. Okay, so after providing the credentials, as you can see, we are linked with the Amazon Alexa account, and now we can control those appliances using Alexa smart speaker as well. Before trying it out, let's first configure it or integrate it with the Google Voice Assistant as well. Let me show you. So for Google Voice Assistant, you need to open the Google Home application on your smartphone. I'll open that and here click on the plus icon, click on setup a device, click on works with Google and here just search for RainMaker. As you can see here, ESP RainMaker appeared. And here also you need to log in with the same Google account using which you are logged in with your ESP RainMaker application. So I'll click on continue with Google. Okay, so we successfully integrate both the voice assistant and now let us test them with our project in action. Alexa, turn on light 1. Alexa, turn on light 3. Alexa, turn on office fan. Turn off light 1.
Got it. Turning the light 1 off.
Turn off light 3. Turn off fan. So that's how you can control the appliances using Alexa and Google Voice Assistant as well. And now for all those who already bought our previous version of this project and want to know what are the changes that we have made in our new version, then first of all, we rearranged all the components and made them really closely packed to reduce the size, and while rearranging, a lot of issues were solved. Like in the previous version, we are not able to insert the USB cable in our ESP32 board in case we want to debug the code. But in the new version, it is completely solved, and here we can easily insert the USB cable, debug the code, or maybe upload the code while the board is already powered on. Then we removed a couple of terminal connectors as we made all the common connection inside the PCB only, which resulted in size reduction and also in reduction of number of external wires connecting to our project. Then we also added slots in the PCB in the relay section to isolate AC and DC signals, which reduces interference. Also, we shifted the on-off switch away from the AC connection, which was a bit risky previously as it was too close to the AC main connection. Then in the additional features, we added two sensors. One is the DHT11 sensor and other is the IR sensor. Also this time we added a dedicated switch to turn on and off the fan, which was missing in the previous version. So yeah, those were the changes that we have made in a new version as compared to the previous version of home automation project. I hope you liked it, and लाइक तो करना पड़ेगा इस वीडियो को यार, बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत लगती है ऐसे वीडियोस ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाने में. सो डू क्लिक द लाइक बटन एंड मोटिवेट अस टू मेक more and more such interesting IoT projects. Also, talking about the project selling, then we are of course selling this project with all the components already shouldered on it, with the IR sensor, with the DHT11 sensors, and along with a remote as well. It's just because if we ship it with the remote, you no longer need to reprogram the ESP32 board by entering the IR hexadecimal IR codes. Okay, we already added those codes in the ESP32 board, programmed it, and will be shipping it to you. So it's just like a plug and play kind of project where you just need to configure your mobile application and you're good to go. Of course, that remote is a MP3 player remote, but we were not able to get the actual home automation remote as of now. So if you know any sources from where we can get those automation based remote, well, do let us know your suggestions down in the comments of the video, and we'll be updating our MP3 player remote to an actual home automation based remote in our upcoming lot of home automation project. Yeah, the purchase link is down in the description. It is at the same price that we are selling it before with all the additional features, but as I said, I don't know when the price will change. So do buy that right now if you really want to make your home a smart home. And yeah, that being said, I'm just ending this video here and now. Just wait for my next one, then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.